in today's video I'm going to be showing you everything I have in my backup drawer. I did film one of these videos last year. I'll have mine linked up in the cards. I'm also going to link a video from Lauren May Beauty where she shares with you guys her opinions on why having backups is not a good idea. So I want to link that as well. I really have way more backups than I need, and I don't think it's good to have this many, so I would love for you guys to watch Lauren's video as well to realize that like backups aren't all they're cracked up to be. And I have a lot here, so I'm just going to try to run through this. I'm going to try not to justify it too much. I have backups and some of them I feel like is justified, other things they're not. So we're going to start with primer. I have 4 backup primers, and actually one of these I haven't used, but the reason I have a backup of this is for that reason. So I did receive a second one of these in like a Sephora play or a free gift of some sort, and I held on to it because I haven't tried the original. So for all of these, I have one in my primer drawer, and then all of these, because they are duplicates, went into my backup drawer. So the first one I have is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. Have not tried this one yet. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I do really like. The Becca First Light Priming Filter, which is okay for me. And then the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which I really love. And both of these are travel sizes. For foundation, I only have one backup, and that is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Foundation in the shade Porcelain, which is my favorite foundation mixer. I actually have 2 backup bottles and one going currently. I don't know that I'm going to get through these before they expire, which is a shame. My friend Jean gifted both of these to me because they did change the packaging and maybe the formula as well. I know that the shades are different, so I am wanting to definitely get through these before they go bad. I'm crossing my fingers on that one, but it is a product I do really love. And then I do have some powders, and my friend Jean picked these up for me when her Rite Aid was going out of business and their products were really discounted. So I have a backup of the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 5 Fair and the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Powder in 10 Porcelain. Both of these are holy grail to me, so I am very happy to have backups. Then something that you guys will hear me talk about in my first video, I feel like such a hypocrite, is that I don't see why people have backups of bronzers, blushes, and highlighters, because it takes us forever to get through those kind of things. Well, I have backups of 3 bronzers and 1 highlighter, so I'm a big old hypocrite and I can admit that to you guys. So this is one that I had as a backup last year, and this is the Milani Matte Baked Bronzer in the shade Sunset, which was limited edition. My friend Ami had this brand new one that she was decluttering from her collection, and because this is my favorite summer bronzer, I did take her up on it, and I actually did hit pan on my current one this year, and it's pretty substantial pan. I would love to finish it next year and open my backup, so that makes me feel a lot better about having a backup when I have hit pan on it. And then kind of the same thing with these other 2 bronzers. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This was heavily on sale during Amazon Prime Day. Target was matching some of the deals, and I had a gift card, so I ended up getting this for free. I've hit major pan on the one I have now, and I'm hoping to finish it next year. And then I have the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I have major pan on the one that I'm using now. I want to finish it next year, and this is one that my sister gave me actually, and then I just traded her the little baby size I got for my birthday gift from Ulta, because she is not even hitting pan on her little sample that she's been using for a year, so she didn't need the big bulky one. So that's why I have all of those. Then the one highlighter I have is the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in Sin. This is something that I picked up from Marshalls, and I fell in love with the formula and the color. This is what it looks like. It's such a pretty shade, and this is a discontinued product. So for the fact that I actually loved it, I did want to get a backup because I don't love highlighters. I'm not a really big highlighter person. I use it every day, but I'm not crazy about them. For the fact that I love this one that much, it felt to me worth it to get a backup. And I told myself, like, this had been at Marshalls forever ago, so I told myself if I see it again, then it must be meant to be, and they had restocked it, so I picked one up, and I don't feel bad about it. And then the very last thing we have is setting spray, and we all get a lot of mini setting sprays and free gifts, and I can like never give them away, even though you guys know setting spray isn't something that I feel does a ton for me. I do use it every single day, and because it's something I can always use, I very rarely pass it on. So I've got several here. So I have one backup of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'm hoping to get through as many of these as I can next year. And then I have a backup of the Mario Badescu facial spray with orange blossom and rose water. And then I have got 3 backups of the MAC Fix Plus. I absolutely love this product. I'm going to try to work through my full-size bottle next year, so I'm happy to have these minis because they are a really good size. And then I have the one setting spray I get all the time and can never pass on, absolutely for sure, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So I have one I'm using currently, and then I have, so that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is insane, I know, but like, I do always use these up, and especially these minis, I can go through them pretty quickly. So yeah, I know I have a lot and I'm a crazy person, but I'm not getting rid of them. I will use them up. So one of my biggest backup categories would have to be brow products. And in my monthly makeup basket storage, I have all the brow products I'm currently using. So in my backup stash, I have duplicates of exact products, and then I just also have other brow products I'm not using. So I will show you what I mean. So I have 2 backups of the NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil. This, I believe, is being discontinued, or at least it's off the Ulta website now, and I found these for a great price at Marshall's. And then I also have the e.l.f. Shape and Stay Wax Pencil I got in a little like freebie Ulta gift bag. So all of these are in my backup drawer. I don't have one of this specific product currently open in my collection, but I do have a brow wax pencil, and I only use one of those at a time. So that is why, like with some of these products, you'll see that if they are different, I'll put them throughout my collection, but if they're things that I'm only opening one at a time, then I am putting everything in that category in the backup drawer. I'm not sure if that's making sense, but hopefully you guys will see what I mean as I go along, and I know that's something I talked about last year as well. So I haven't tried the e.l.f. yet. We'll see how it compares to my favorite NYX. I use that product every day. Then for brow pencils, this is another category where I've got several, and I am only opening 2 brow pencils at a time, a micro brow pencil and then like a thicker brow pencil. So for everything that is not my 2 open brow pencils, they all go in the backup drawer. So I have got 3 of the NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Taupe, which I'm currently using one. It's my holy grail. Then I've got an Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. I have the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil in Universal Taupe, which I'm using one right now. The Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in number 1, and the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 1. So like I said, even though I only have duplicates of these 2 pencils that I'm using right now, because I only have 2 open, everything else in this brow pencil category is going in the backup drawer. And my next product would be 2 backups of the Lorac Take It Brow Kit in the shade Blonde. This is my favorite brow powder ever. It's the perfect warm tone shade for me. But unfortunately, I really have not been using brow powder like at all for the past several months. So I'm very happy I got these for a super, super affordable price, because I don't really know if, I can't get it out. I don't really know, this is what it looks like. I don't know if I'm into brow powders anymore. So that is another worry when you have all these backups, is because you might not like something anymore, or I do like this, I just don't use it, and now I've got all these backups. And again, with that Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation, I haven't used it in a while, so let's see if I still love it or if it goes bad. So those are the bad things that can happen when you do have a bunch of backups, is maybe you don't use it anymore, you don't like it anymore, or it goes bad while it's sitting there for you to use up your first one. And I think that is part of like what Lauren talks about in her video about why backups aren't good. So then the last thing we have for brows would be brow gels. So I have got 4 backups of the little deluxe sample sizes of the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I have 1 going currently, and then, like I said, I'm only using 1 brow gel at a time, so all these other ones, even though these aren't duplicates, are going in the backup drawer because they're part of that brow product category where I'm only using 1 product. I'm going to stop repeating it. I think you guys have got it by now. So I have a little mini of the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel in number 2, and then a full size in number 2. And then I also have this NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Brow Setter. I got this as a little freebie from Ulta. Next, we've got eye primers. I only have 1 open at a time. All the rest go in the backup drawer. And I've got 2 mini Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potions, which I love. I have a full size of the Urban Decay Anti-Aging eyeshadow primer. I think this is a full size, but I got it as a freebie. The Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer and the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And my last eye primer is the Anastasia Eyeshadow Primer, which is something new I haven't tried, but I'm very excited to. Some of these, like these three, I've not tried before, but only having one open at a time, and I use eyeshadow primer every single day, so I'm gonna hold on to those. Then I do only have one eyeshadow backup, thank God. This is the Wet n Wild Single in Brulee, which is just a matte cream, matches my skin tone very nicely, and I use it to clean up my shadow. Then for my eyeliner, for all my liquid liners, I only have one open at a time, so all the rest of them go in the backup drawer. So I have the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Lining Pen, the Benefit Roller Liner in the brown and the black shade, It Cosmetics Superhero Liquid Liner, Too Faced Better Than Sex Liquid Liner, the Maybelline Master Precise All Day, and the Tarte Man Eater liquid liner. Some of them I've tried, some of those I have not. Then I do have one backup pencil liner, and this is something that I recently fell in love with. It's the Maybelline Lasting Drama Liner in Striking Copper. I'm wearing my original one on my lower lash line today. It's a product I love, and because it was discontinued, I did buy a backup of this because I have been using it so often. And again, I don't really get backups of pencil liner because I don't tend to use them a ton, except for a few specific colors and formulas that I really love. Then for my mascaras, I actually have some backup mascara primers as well. I'm currently using one of the Lancome Sills Booster Lash Primer, but then I just have two more backups, and then I do also have an Urban Decay Subversion Mascara Primer, which I have not tried before. Then for all of these mascaras, so I have two open mascaras in my monthly makeup basket, but then in my eye product drawer I have a collection of a bunch of unused mascaras, but I only have one of each kind in there. So if I have duplicates of mascaras, even if they're all brand new, that are in my main storage, if I have duplicates of them, that's when they go in the backup drawer. So the way that I'm going about storing my unopened mascaras is the same I do with my setting sprays, but it's different than what I do with my eyeshadow primers and my liquid liners and my brow products, if that makes sense. So the mascaras that I have two of in my collection would be the Too Faced Better Than Sex, Too Faced Damn Girl, which I have not tried yet, the Smashbox Super Fan, which I have not tried, NARS Climax I haven't tried, and the Pure Fully Charged Mascara. Then I do have several backups of the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, which is one of my favorites. So I've got one in my main mascara storage, and then I've got 5 mini backups, and then I do have a full-size backup of this one as well. And lastly, we have my lip products. So I do have some backups of my EOS lip balms, but I keep those in my bathroom with my lotions and other products like that. I don't actually keep it in my backup drawer. I used to, but it's a little crowded in there right now. So the other lip products that I have backups of would be some minis of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the original berry scent, which I love so much, and I just cannot pass these products on because they're so good and I really enjoy them, and I am going to get back to using these soon. Then I do have a backup of the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper in the clear shade. I'm using up one right now and I really enjoy it, so I am happy to have a backup of this. And this I got in a Sephora Play. These I think I actually got in different little Sephora Play bags too. So a lot of times when I have these backups, I'm not buying a backup, it's that it comes as part of like a gift set or a free gift or something of that nature is usually why I have these backups. It's very rare that I actually buy a backup on purpose, but there are those instances like these. So these are the ColourPop Lippy Pencils in the shade Aquarius. I had two backups. This shade was discontinued and it is my all-time favorite nude lip liner, both the color and the formula, so that's why I have backups of these. And then I do have some backups of some Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks in the shade Stone and Truffle. These are the oldest liquid lipsticks in my collection, and because I love them so much, I did want to get some new ones. So I am going to use my current ones this fall, this winter, and then I'm going to toss them and open up the new ones. And then the last thing I have is this Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade Hot Toddy, which is this beautiful nude gloss that I got a little freebie of in a Ulta freebie bag, I believe. And the last backup category I have would be my makeup sponges. I didn't bring them out to show you today, but I've got some from Beauty Blender, Morphe and Jeffree Star, and Real Techniques. So I have a bunch of backup sponges that I get whenever I can purchase them for like really good deals. So that's why I've got those, because I am rotating through my sponges. I usually pull out a new one every 3 months. So yeah, those are all the backup products in my collection, which is a lot. I know this is insane. I definitely, like I said, I'm not buying backups, I'm just receiving them in some way, but I can probably pass on some of these things, but I don't know that I will. There are times though when I do have products in my backup drawer and I do decide to give them to friends. Like recently I did declutter a couple primers because I had several of the same primer, but I hadn't tried it yet. So once I tried it in a project pan, I realized that I didn't like it enough to work through all those other backups. So then I pass them on. So that could very well happen with some of these products I have not tried before. Once I try my original one, I might decide I don't want to keep the backup, and then I'll pass it on to friends. And I do try my best to go through some of my products, like mascaras, liners, brow products, and chronological order, oldest to newest, so that I can try to keep things from going bad in my collection. So that's my system. I hope I didn't justify too much in this video, but I would love to know what kind of products do you tend to have backups of or tend to hoard in a sense. So I would love to know your thoughts on any of the products I tried here today, and I would love to know your mindset on backups and what products do you tend to have the most backups of. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.